and used to perform specific tasks, okay, such as mathematical ke, statistical, okay, date and time categories. Okay, so a function has a one word, okay, as a function name and its argument lah. Okay, for example dekat gambar tepi tu, itu ialah one of the example of the function. Okay, so sama juga macam calculation. Okay, bila kita nak start calculation or you want to perform a function in your Excel dalam cell tu, okay, put the equal sign and follow by the function name. Okay, function name ni kita panggil juga dia one word je lah. Okay, for example ada sum, ada average, ada mean, median, mode, banyak lagi lah. Okay, so instead of korang kira manually, okay, for example pakai calculator, for example nak get the average, okay, korang kena add all the values and divide by the numbers of the values kan. So it's a long equation that you need to write in the Excel. So instead of that, so that's why Excel have a built-in function. Okay, for example sum kan, sum kita call sum value, okay, sum function, then we just input the value. Okay, instead of 1 tambah 1 tambah 1 tak perlu cell 1 plus cell 2 plus cell 3 is a long equation lah. Okay, we just call sum saja. Okay, dalam gambar tu juga, for example, okay, when we apply a function, okay, bila kita guna function, okay, lepas one word tu, kita akan pakai parenthesis. Okay, so parenthesis, dalam parenthesis tu, kita input the value, or we call as an argument. Okay, so for example, argumentnya ni kita refer kepada cell lah. Okay, if you remember last week, we talk about the constant value. Okay, constant value ni contoh we put the number lah 1, 10 ke 100, 1000 and so on. Okay, so here we refer to the cell reference. Okay, for example cell reference dekat A1 dia ada value dia. Okay, dekat A2 ada value dia until A20. Okay, so dalam Excel juga kita tak perlu okay, kita boleh call one by one each cell, we can refer to each cell. But here is the example of the cell range. Okay, dari A1 kepada A20, kita pakai titik tindih tu. Okay, the colon. Okay, maksudnya instead of you write A1, A2, A3 sampai A20, you just put the start cell until the end of the cell, A1 until A20. So that's example of the range of the cell lah. Okay, nanti saya akan tunjuk how to use the cell of the range dari A1, A20 for example. Okay, so here is the image as example of the function that you can write inside your cell, in your Excel. Okay. Okay, some function may have one, okay, more than one, or do not require any argument. Okay, maksudnya dalam parenthesis tu ada certain function yang require only one argument saja. Okay, for example yang ni dia pakai more than one lah. Okay, A1 until A20. Okay, so here we refer to the argument, the value inside the parenthesis. Okay, for example dekat example tu kan, okay, for the first one, okay, function name for example sum, average and so on. So dalam parenthesis tu, yang first tu adalah one argument only. Okay, one value only. We refer to one value. Sama ada constant or cell reference. It depends on you lah. Okay, how you want to perform the function. Okay, yang second tu is a more than one. Okay, maksudnya the argument one. Okay, comma. Okay, how to differentiate between the argument? You need to put the comma sign. Okay, tak kisahlah dia you refer to the cell. Okay, for example cell A1, A2, you need to put the comma sign. Okay, so sama saja macam kita bila kita nak start calculation, we put the equal sign kan. So comma sign ni maksudnya kita bagi tahu komputer that is a different value. Okay, it's a different argument. Okay, and some function does not have any requirement. Okay, so nanti saya akan tunjuklah any one or two example. Okay, some function that does not require any argument. Okay. Okay, yang ni contoh cell range. Okay, well, instead of korang type B1, B2, B3, B4 that contain the value. Okay, for example here we use the average. Okay, function average, but the argument is in cell range. Okay, maksudnya daripada range B1 sampai B9. Example. Okay, so dia akan count all the average lah. Automatically, it will divide with the total value and also add all the values. Okay, at the same time. So dia, instead of korang buat macam biasa, how to calculate the average kan. Okay, B1 plus B2, lepas tu divide by how many numbers here. So it's a long calculation. Okay, so you can just perform using the function. Okay, dalam argument juga kita boleh campur-campur. For example, we have a cell range. Okay, dekat image yang tu kan, yang belah kanan. Okay, kita nak campur column A, column B, column C, dengan column E. So you just put the comma sign. Okay, tak pun kita nak satukan je sebenarnya. Okay, dari A1 until E3 for example. Boleh je, tak ada masalah. So nanti dia akan blue all the things lah. Okay, so nanti saya akan tunjuk juga how you can set a cell range more than one column. Okay, sebenarnya just apa dia punya hint dia adalah titik bertindih, itu je. Okay, the start cell that you want to start, where you want to start at titik bertindih, then where you want to end. Okay. Okay, here is some of the function that cover in our syllabus. Okay, sebenarnya banyak lagi function. Even sum pun ada banyak, average pun ada banyak lagi pecahan dia. Okay, but for our syllabus is refer to the slide and also the lab manual saja. Okay, tak cover all the function, all the built-in function in the Excel lah. Okay, for example, we have sum, average, okay, min, max, count A, and also if function. Okay. Okay, let's go for the first one. Okay, sum. Okay, so basically sum is add all the numeric values of the argument. Okay, so sum lah, semua orang tahu kan. But dalam parenthesis tu, how you can write the argument. Okay, for example, dekat example yang first tu. Okay, so here is the first example. Okay, so you can see the first example here. The argument is using a constant value. Okay, so you differentiate the value using the comma sign. Okay, the first value is 25. Okay, you just type the value inside the parenthesis. Okay, second value is 100. Okay, the third value is -3. So you differentiate between the value is using the comma sign. So here we have a 3 value inside the argument. Okay, so okay, yang ni constant lah. Okay, so here is another example using the cell reference. Okay, maksudnya daripada cell B2 sampai D5 for example. Okay, so you can write like this, or you just can select the cell or drag the cell. Okay, automatically nanti dia akan type for you. Okay, and also inside the parenthesis you can mix. Okay, constant and also the cell value and also the cell range. Boleh je, tak ada masalah. As long as it is available function, okay, available method inside the Microsoft Excel, then you can apply, no problem. Okay, and also all these 3 example can be applied to the rest of the function. Okay, maksudnya the same thing. For example, korang nak mix yang ni, okay, nak pakai cara yang ni ke, boleh saja. Apply in all function inside the Microsoft Excel. Okay, so untuk average is the same thing lah. Okay, but the one word is using average lah. Okay, so saya rasa average semua kita tahu kot, return the average of any numeric values in the argument. Okay. Okay, here, okay, if you select a cell range, okay, cell range for example daripada B2 sampai D5, but some of the cell contain text or blank cell, okay, so dia takkan count okay, sebab how you want to count or how you want to calculate, okay, or how you want to apply function that contain a text or blank cell, how you want to count, so it's not contain a value, it's something that you can count, so dia takkan count lah. Okay, and also for average is the same thing. Okay, text and blank cell are ignore. Okay, yang ni kita cakap pasal cell range. When you drag that contains text or blank cell, dia akan ignore. Okay, dia tak akan count. Okay, we also have min. Min is a short form for a minimum. Okay, so it returns the lowest or minimum numeric values among the arguments. Okay, so here the example lah. Okay, using a constant. If you're using a cell reference, then it's written based on your cell reference punya value lah. Okay, max is for maximum lah. Okay, so jangan type minimum panjang pula. Okay, I will show you some of the example output. Okay, Microsoft Excel dia akan bagi preference which of the function that we can use. Okay, and we also have a count and count A. Okay, walaupun dia sama tapi dia ada beza. Sini ada A. Okay, apa beza dia? Untuk count, dia akan count how many numeric values in the list of arguments. Okay, and also text and blank cell are ignore. Okay, maksudnya dalam inside your argument, okay, for example ada 36.5, ada 17, ada negative 20, tiba ada comma, just empty cell, comma, lepas tu ada text. So dia akan count only numeric values. Okay, dia bukan add, dia bukan sum, dia count. Okay, how many numeric values inside your arguments. Okay, okay, let me show you some of the example using count. For example, we have 100 here, okay, negative 20, and we have 90%, okay, for example. And here is a blank cell, and here is a anything, text, number, for example. Name lah, just a text, okay, not refer to anything, just a text. Okay. Okay, we have this kind of value, and we want to use a count function, for example. Okay, so for count, first you need to put the equal sign lah, sama saja untuk when we want to start the calculation. Okay, so count. So when you type the function, okay, so computer Microsoft Excel akan give you preference any function available based on the text that you are put. Okay, for example, count sebenarnya banyak lagi. Ada count A, ada count blank, count if s. Okay, sebenarnya banyak lagi. But for our syllabus, this is in our syllabus only. So saya takkan tanyalah count blank macam mana, count if s, saya takkan ya. Just keluar daripada our topics lah. Okay, apa yang saya ajar is in your assignment. Okay, so don't worry about count blank, but you can learn on yourself, no problem. Okay, you can try on yourself how to use the count blank, count if, macam mana, apa function dia. Okay, what's the benefit of using that function, for example. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you can enhance your skill by yourself, no problem. Okay, okay, when we apply function, you need to start with parentheses. Okay, so bila korang start with parentheses, you can see here, computer akan bagi tahu, okay, you need to start with value 1. Okay, dia dah bold dah. Okay, now you need to start the with value 1. Okay, sama ada masuk ke 100, tak perlu dah lah, sebab you already mention in here, you already put the value in the cell. Okay, so how to select a cell reference, or cell range, sorry, cell range, just click from the start, then drag saja. Okay, you can drag saja. Okay, so automatically as you can see dekat tepi ni, okay, komputer akan bagi tahu which cell that you have select for your range. Okay, tak pun kalau korang nak type pun boleh. For example, C19. Okay, as you can see, dia akan, okay, text here perlu, maksudnya dia akan bluekan the box lah. Okay, sama saja macam calculation. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, then you put the colon, titik bertindih, and you want where you want to end. For example, C24, for example. Okay, so automatically you can see here, oh, terlebih, for example. Okay, then you can change 23, for example. Okay, no problem. You can try yourself. Okay, you need to close lah. Okay, maksudnya this is the argument inside that you want to perform using the count function. Okay, so basically count is used to count okay, count how many numeric values. Okay, so when you apply, okay, click enter, automatically dia akan bagi tahu jawapan dia ialah 3 lah. Because dia akan count how many numeric values. We have 1, 2 and 3. 3 numeric values only inside your argument. Okay, so that's why dia akan bagi jawapan 3 lah. So jangan confuse pula kenapa 3. Dia bukan additional, dia bukan buat addition calculation. No, it counts how many numeric values inside your arguments. Okay, so untuk count A sama saja. Okay, so you need to start with equal sign followed by one word or the function name. Okay, so count A pun ada 2. Ada count A, ada D count A. So D count A tu you can explore lah sendiri. It's more fun kot. Okay, start with the parentheses. Okay, so sama macam tadi, nak drag ke, you want to type the cell reference ke, it's depend on you. Okay, as you can see, saya pakai huruf kecil saja dekat sini. Sebenarnya tak ada masalah. Okay, even though you can use huruf besar ke huruf kecil, tak ada masalah. Okay, automatically computer will detect on you. Okay, for example kalau pakai huruf besar pun it's the same thing. Okay, dia akan keluarkan juga. Okay, no problem. If you using the small letter ke capital letter, it's the same thing. Okay. Okay, for count A, dia akan count termasuk dengan text. Okay, blank cell saja dia akan ignore. Okay, sebab tu we have count A. A ni maksudnya symbolic for text lah. Okay, so dia akan count sekali dengan text. Okay, so blank cell saja dia akan ignore. So that's why you have the answer is 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the range of data that you apply. Okay. So you can try yourself, you can play along with the sample data spreadsheet tu. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, so that's example of that's where you can try yourself. Okay. Okay, any question? Okay, if you don't have any question, so let's begin to get our max. Yeah, okay.
Kau untuk nombor kan?
Okay, kau untuk number saja.
Kalau apa teks saja?
Teks saja tak ada.
Tak ada. Oh, okey.
Ataupun mungkin ada, tapi korang boleh cari kod. For example dekat kau ni. Jadi count A code. Count non-blank cell. Okay, when you type, bila korang klik dekat function tu, okay, dia akan bagi tahu apa function tu sebenarnya. Okay, count the number of cell and arrange the unknown empty. Okay, count the number of empty cell. Okay, count blank. So macam ni dia akan jawapan satu lah. Okay, count if, yang ni korang kena buat if condition lah. Okay, with given condition. So you need to type the condition. For example, kalau korang nak count how many text only. Okay, doesn't want to count with the numbers. Okay, so you need to put the condition lah. Okay, if else, okay, count number of set specific given condition or criteria. Keep set count, return number, set. Okay, D count the cell contain number in the field. Okay, so possible using is count if lah. So you put condition. It's not number lah. For example, is bigger or lower than 0. It's not counted, for example. Okay, it's not equal, for example. Okay, so you can use count if is condition. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's open our cell. Okay, first, okay, we continue our work last week lah. Okay, so you can start from beginning, delete semua, simple exercise kan, get the first one, and also fill all the function, all the formats. Okay, then I give you 5 minutes to get this answer. Okay, max for price. Okay, maksudnya get the max value for column price. Okay, so this is a mean for total. Okay, average for column payment and also sum for column payment. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, let's do. by also doing the same activities. Okay, so one word is max column price. Okay, for total language. Language for payment. Okay, macam biasalah kalau if you find any errors, okay, so macam our introduction tu, okay, you can refer to the errors, what the errors is about. Okay, for example, yang ni ada columns too narrow kan, so you can widen the column. Okay, and if you found any error, for example, salah kan, okay, for example yang ni maksudnya your function name is not recognized. Okay, it's not recognized by the Excel. Maksudnya built-in function tu tak wujud. For example, korang salah type ke, okay, you can check your spelling back lah. Okay. Okay, 3 minutes. Cepat. Simple je. Okay, yang ni example kalau kita pakai cell range. Okay, cell range. Tadi saya banyak tunjuk dekat cell range kan. Okay, for example kalau korang tak nak pakai cell range, but you want to only refer to cell reference. Okay, maksudnya you want to get the max for price, for column price maksudnya. Okay, maksudnya kita akan start daripada D5 sampai D9. Okay, so you can type D5 instead of cell range. Okay, you need to put the comma sign. Okay, so D5, D6, D7, okay, D8, D9. Yang ni pun betul juga. Okay, tak salah. Okay, maksudnya you want to find the max value for this cell. Refer to this cell reference. Okay, as you can see here, okay, sama macam calculation. Okay, when you select a cell, then you refer to, so dia akan color kan. For example, D5 ni, color dia biru. So automatically box tu akan color biru. Okay, so D6 ni color dia merah. So kita tahu based on the color, okay, which cell or cell range that you are apply to in your function. Okay, so tak semestinya using the cell range. Okay, you can type also like this by using comma to separate the values. Okay, so bila for example here korang nampak kan, okay, kat bawah ni dia akan tunjuk lah apa yang korang dah type sebenarnya. Okay, and many more you can add lah, sebab tu dia ada comma, lepas tu titik lagi. Korang maksudnya you can have more than one arguments. You can put another argument at the end. Okay, just put the comma sign. Okay, so for example, when you select this, okay, dia refer lah. Okay, okay, number 3, okay, number 2, number 1, okay, so it tell you your preference. Okay, so you already got the, okay, our first activity for today. Okay, get the mean, max, average, and also the sum using the function. Okay, if you have any question, just interrupt. Okay, potong je. Okay, let's continue using the if function. So if function falls under logical categories. Okay, so yang ni kita apply for logics. Okay, for example, A is bigger than 2 ke, or A equal than 2 ke, or 1 is bigger than 2. Is it true or false, for example? Okay. And I think all the operators is familiar with you dekat math mode. Kan korang jumpa balik operator semuanya dalam dekat Excel, for example, is apply here. Okay, so nanti programming korang akan jumpa operator yang sama juga. Okay, so for example we have equal, okay, the symbol is the same lah. Okay, not equal, okay, greater than or equal to, okay, less than or equal to, it's the same symbol. Okay, okay, for if function, for the syntax, for the function and syntax, okay, the argument, okay, dalam parenthesis untuk if function dia ada 3 value yang kita kena isi. Okay, so you need to fill all these 3 argument inside the if function. Okay, so the first is the logical test. Okay, so apa yang logic yang kita nak apply? Okay, apa yang kita nak compare? Okay, second value is if the value is true. If the logical test if true, apa yang kita nak return? What is the return value? Okay, maksudnya apa yang kita nak keluarkan, apa yang kita nak tunjuk, apa yang kita nak display if the logical test is true. Okay, and the third argument, if the logical test is false, apa yang kita nak keluarkan? So for example we do comparison, kalau is true, apa yang kita nak keluarkan? Yes ke, no ke, is bigger for example, okay, it's correct for example, yes or no ke, okay. And if false, apa yang kita nak keluarkan? Maksudnya apa yang kita nak tahu, nak tell kepada user, or what's the output that we want to find? Okay, so you need to fill all these 3 values for if function. Okay, as example below kat bawah ni. Okay, first you need to write the one word lah, the function name. Okay, if. So dalam parenthesis tu, first is the logical test. Okay, for example here we have a B2. If the B2 is bigger than A2, for example, kita buatkan logical test. Betul tak value dalam B2 lagi besar daripada A2? Okay, so kita tak tahu betul ke tak kan. For example, if the value is true, okay, so if the value is true, so dia akan return over budget, for example. Example output. Okay, and if the value is false, that the text yang kita nak keluarkan. Example, okay, tak semestinya korang kena type over budget or within budget. Tak, it's depend on you, on what the text that you want to appear. Okay, okay, here korang nampak kan, untuk over budget dengan within budget, dia ada pakai double quote. Okay, so untuk programming and also same for Excel, for text, you need to put the equal, the double quote. Okay, untuk text you need to put double quote. Maksudnya komputer dia akan tahu when you put the double quote, maksudnya dalam double quote tu is a text that you want to appear, that you want to use. Okay, that you want to use for display. Okay, for number tak perlu put double quote. Okay, you can just put the number 1 ke 2 ke 100 ke, it depend on you. Okay, numbers tak perlu. But if you put double quote, then inside the double quote is a number, automatically dia akan change kepada text instead of numbers. Okay. Okay, let's have a simple example. Okay, just delete lah. Malas nak ni. Okay, for if function, okay. First put the equal sign, sama saja, followed by the one word of the function name. Okay. Okay, if you can see for if ada 4 function that you can apply. Ada if error, if NA and if S. Okay, but for our syllabus only if saja. Tak perlu sampai if error, nanti dalam assignment tiba if NA, it's not in our syllabus. Okay, only if. Followed by parenthesis. Okay, if you can see here, kalau tiba-tiba tak ingatkan apa kita kena masukkan for the if function. Okay, kat bawah ni dia bagi tahu. Okay, first is the logical test. Okay, dia akan bold lah. Okay, maksudnya now you need to put the logical test. Okay, for example, betul ke satu lagi besar daripada 2? Walaupun kita dah tahu jawapan dia kan. Okay, okay, now you need to put the comma. Okay, so now what's the value if the condition is true? Okay, for example, kalau korang nak bohongkan teks, yes. For example, saya nak return yes. Okay, and kalau condition tu false, saya nak return 0 saja. It's not a text lah, just I want to return a number, 0. Okay, so you can write like this. Okay, so here is the 3 argument that you need to put inside your for the if function. Okay, so bila saya enter, automatically no lah. Okay, so basically 1 is the not bigger than 2. Okay, betul. Okay, sorry. Okay, ini maksudnya constant. You can put the number. How if I want to use a cell reference? Boleh saja, tak ada masalah. Okay, for example, here is the want to refer to here. Okay, B25 the first argument compared to here. Okay. So salah lah sebab sini no value compared to no value, so dia akan return 0. Okay. If I put number here, for example 2, so dia akan return yes lah. So dia akan compare cell ni dengan cell ni. So betul lah, 2 is bigger than null, no value. So it's written yes. Okay. So here for the text you can type anything. For example, saya nak return apa? Your pet name ke, your any brand of your product ke, for example. Okay, anything, any text you can write. No specific text that you need to insert. Okay, tak semestinya yes, no, within budget, no budget. It depend on you. Okay, anything. Okay, nak type bahasa Melayu pun boleh. Betul. Boleh je, tak ada masalah. Okay, so if you want to change here as a text, then you need to put the double quote lah. Salah, for example. Okay, for example yang ni, okay. Okay, so 2 lagi besar daripada 3. Salah lah. Okay, that's why they return the value for the false. Okay, so you can try yourself, no problem. Okay, here is another example lah. Okay, so dia compare dengan budget and also the actual. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so dalam cell ni dia compare B2 dengan A2. Okay, B2 dengan A2. Okay, next is a VLOOKUP function. Okay, so this function falls under the lookup and reference category. Okay, V tu maksudnya a short form for value. Okay, maksudnya kita nak lookup, mencari value tu. Lookup based on the value. Okay, so the short form dia VLOOKUP lah. So basically we lookup for a value. Okay, so VLOOKUP looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then return a value in the same row from a column you specify. Okay, by default the table must be sorted in an ascending order. Okay, sorted, we will go for the next class lah. But I will show you how to sort the data. So basically our data here is already sorted, okay, in ascending order. Okay, so how to sort? First, you need to click at the table. Okay, table name. Okay, for example, here is product. Okay, then go to data, and here we have a sort and filter group. Okay, so dekat sort and filter group, yang ni adalah sort function. Okay, A to Z ni maksudnya ascending order lah. Okay, this is required by the VLOOKUP function. Okay, if you want to perform the VLOOKUP function, first you need to sort in ascending order. Okay, must be sort in ascending order. So basically our data is already sort in ascending order. Okay, I baru K T R S. Okay, it's already sorted. If are not sorted, then you need to sort first. Okay, kalau tak jawapan nanti pelik-pelik keluar. Okay, untuk VLOOKUP, okay, dalam parenthesis dia sama juga macam if function. You need to put 3 arguments inside there. Okay, for the first one, okay, for the first value or the first argument is the value that you want to find. Okay, for example, yang ni dia nak cari value 40. Okay, and the second argument is the range of cell that you want to look up. Okay, maksudnya kita nak cari dalam A2 sampai B15 saja untuk value 40 tu. Okay, kita nak cari dalam range tu saja. Okay, but the 40 is must be the leftmost value in your column. Okay, as you can see, okay, leftmost column in of a table. Okay, maksudnya 40 ni. Okay, value yang kita nak search ni sebenarnya dia dalam column A. Kena dalam column A saja. You cannot start. You cannot find the value in the column B sebab you starting with the column A. So you need to search only on the leftmost column of a table. Okay. So kalau korang nak cari daripada column B, then you need to change lah the range, this range of cell. Okay. So you need to start with the B, not A anymore. Okay. Okay. The third argument is a return a matching value from column B. Okay. Sebab tu dia 2. Okay, maksudnya the leftmost is column A. Okay, but we want return the value from the column B. Okay, maksudnya dia akan cari value 40. Okay, dia jumpa ostrich. Okay, sorry, dia jumpa 40. But then nak return column number 2. Okay, maksudnya column number 2 here is column B. So that's why the output is ostrich. Okay, so dia takkan keluarkan 40 lah. Okay. Okay, in our sample data, I already put, I will show you how to perform the VLOOKUP function. Okay, so here is the VLOOKUP function. Okay. Okay, if you double click the VLOOKUP function, okay, the VLOOKUP result, sorry. So basically, apa yang kena nak cari sebenarnya saya letak dekat atas ni. So you can change anything from here instead of you type in the VLOOKUP function. So yang ni macam search box lah. Okay, you can change the value here instead of you change the value inside your argument. Okay, so the value that we want to search is based on the cell K12 ni. Okay, so here is the range of the cell that we want to search for. Okay, so you can see the cell is start from B5 until G9. Okay, B5 until G9. As you can see, it will red highlighted lah, text, and also the cell will be in the red color. Okay. Okay, macam dia cerita tadi, apa value yang kita nak cari sebenarnya dia kena leftmost column. Okay, maksudnya sebab kita nak cari dekat column product kan. Okay, so this is the leftmost. Okay, so this is the column first. Okay, And the third argument is the value or the column that we want to return for. Okay, maksudnya kalau dia jumpa iron ni dekat K12, okay, iron, dia akan return value dalam kolom yang ketiga. Okay, dia tak start daripada A sebab kita start daripada kolom B, because we are start from B5, maksudnya kolom B. Kolom B ni maksudnya jadi the first column lah. Okay, so dia akan first, second and third. So dia akan return value dalam kolom price saja. Okay, because it's refer to which column that we want to return. Okay, so that's why we get the answer is 15. Okay, so kalau kita tukar for example daripada 3 ke 4, okay, you can play around, no problem. Okay, so dia akan jadi 750 sebab ini adalah kolom keempat daripada range ini. Okay, so basically we have how many column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so kalau kita bubuh sini 6, so dia akan return, okay, 675. Okay, kalau kita bubuh 7 dekat sini, so dia akan reference lah. Okay, sebabnya reference kita salah. Okay, we only have a 6 column that we want to refer to, but here we have we refer to the column number 7, which is not in our range of cell. So dia akan bagi tahu error message lah. If your reference is error. Okay. So if you want to refer to column number 7, for example, dekat H ni ada value, for example, then you need to extend lah. Okay. So ini akan jadi H. Okay. So then you can return the value from this column. So kosong lah sebab sini tak ada apa-apa. Okay. Okay, boleh tak kita return 1 dekat sini? Can we return 1 here? Semua dah hilang.
Tak boleh.
Sebenarnya boleh. So dia akan return balik iron.
Kalau letak air.
So sebab yang ni ialah leftmost column, the first column dalam our range. So dia akan return. So
Saya ingat number je.
boleh, anything. Okay, for example, kita ada satu dataset yang besar, student set fest untuk batch ni kan. So ada dalam 3,000 lebih. Okay, and korang nak tahu, for example, nama siapa. But you have the magic number, for example. So you can search based on the magic number. Lepas tu korang nak return apa? Kolom number 2, for example, kolom number 2 ialah nama kepada pemilik matrik tu. Okay, so this is one of the example how you can use VLOOKUP function. Okay, it's not only number. You can, dia macam bila kita search something dekat ni lah, dekat Facebook, YouTube, you can imagine like that. Okay, you search, so dia akan keluarkan anything that related. Okay, but here they only return one value sajalah. Okay, kalau ada duplicate, okay, for example, okay, kalau dekat kolom C ni ada 50, 50, ada 30, 30, ada 50. First you need to sort to ascending order lah. Tapi bila duplicate, saya tak pasti sama ada dia return the first or the last, or dia akan jadi gila. Okay, maksudnya dia akan return which one, sebab the number is not unique. Okay, so basically if you want to search something, basically you need to search based on the unique ID. For example, IC ke magic number. Okay, unique lah. Maksudnya tak ada orang pakai IC or magic number the same. So it's easy for you to search. Okay, sama juga bila korang buat website ke, when you are dealing with data. Okay, engineer nanti korang dealing with data kan. For example, for production, you need to labeling all the products or all the items kan, you need to label in unique ID. Okay, so this is example you can search for the details lah, which column that you want to refer to. Okay, the VLOOKUP function ni lah. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this is another example. Okay, second last. Okay, date and time. Okay, for today. Okay, Okay, basically date dengan time ni sebenarnya apa yang dia appear sebenarnya it can be counted. It can be you can do calculation based on date and time. Okay. Okay, for example today. Okay, untuk today dengan now, okay, for date and time function, dia tak perlu any argument dalam parenthesis. Okay, but you need to close with zero argument using a parenthesis. Okay. Okay, untuk today dia akan return the current date saja. Okay, the current date is refer based on your computer lah. Okay, kalau komputer korang date salah, so dia akan return date yang salah lah. Okay. Okay, untuk now dia akan return current date and also time. Okay, but the time here is refer to when the last time you edit or you change something on your Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you can see the last changes in your Microsoft Excel using now function. Okay, and also macam saya cerita tadi, date and time you can do calculations, but dia ialah number sebenarnya. Okay, so for example you want to search the date for the next 10 days for example, or the next 100 days for example. Okay, tak nak ni kan, for example, then you can put the plus sign and put the number lah, for example 10, the next 10 days. Okay, tak pun nak tahu for your second dose kan, hari ni your first dose for example, you want to know your second dose for the next 21 days for example. Okay, for your vaccine. Okay, then you can perform here, so you know the next dates lah, your next date for your second dose for example. Okay. Okay, untuk G2 dengan F2 ni, maksudnya dekat G2 tu ada date juga. You want to compare between these two cell that contain the date. Okay, so basically you then do calculation sama saja. Ataupun from cell reference A3 that contain date, okay, and you minus 2 is 2. Okay, so boleh saja, tak ada masalah. Okay, if you are using today dengan now, dia akan refer kepada date hari berkenaan. Okay, hari itulah bila when you are dealing with the Excel. Okay, if you have a specific date, so jangan pakai today dengan now lah. Okay, you need to type based on the format for date and time. Okay. Okay, for date and time, tepi tu ada saya buat sikit lah. Okay, for example, for the next 2 days. Okay, so what is, okay, here plus 2 for example. Okay, then you get the next 2 days punya date. Okay, here plus 2. Okay, time dia akan bagi sama juga sebab plus 2 is another 48 hours later. Okay, so dia akan bagi time yang sama juga. And also the date is changed lah. Okay, the time will be 48 hours fixed based on your last time you edit. Okay, if you have an addition, you do some changes, so time ni akan berubah lagi lah. Okay. Okay, and last for today is to display Excel formulas. Okay, for example, korang macam saya tadi yang saya tunjuk all the formulas that you perform inside your sheet. Okay, in your Excel. Okay, you can go to the formula tab. Okay, dekat ada home, ada page layout, ada formulas. Okay, go to the formulas tab. Okay, then go to the formula auditing group. Okay, dalam group ni you will see show formulas punya button. Okay, so if you click this function, okay, so dia akan show all the formulas that you perform inside your Excel. Okay, so for example, so macam ni lah sebenarnya saya nak marking korang punya assignment nanti. Okay, I go to the formulas. Okay, here in the formula auditing. Okay, I just click here and I can see all the formula that you have performed. Okay, so macam mana korang dapatkan jawapan ni? Sama ada you just type kira kat calculator then you put the number kan, so the formula is not performed here, so you are not getting the marks. Okay, for example, okay, if you perform using the function, okay, tak semestinya if you get the correct answer, okay, but you are not using the range ke, is the correct answer, then you also get the marks lah, don't worry. Okay, as long you perform using the function. For example, the answer is the question is asking for using specific function, for example. Okay. So this is how you can see all the function or all the calculation that you perform. Okay, you can click on the show formula. Kalau nak disable, just click balik show formula ni. So dia come back to normal lah. Okay, show formula. Okay, anything before we end our class for today? If you have any question, okay, regarding our today or previous meeting for Microsoft Excel ke, or you want to ask something for your quiz ke, anything? Senang je kan Excel ni, but you need to know how to start sebenarnya Excel ni. Okay, yang ni saya buat kejap tadi, pagi tadi. Okay, basically for example saya nak count citizen dengan non-citizen. Okay, so basically you can count. Okay, saya guna sum function. Okay, and so this is the range of data D2 sampai D. Okay, maksudnya dia start daripada D2 sampai the rest of the column D. Okay, so saya tak bagi specific n lah. Okay, for example. Okay, and comma column F pula. In one function, saya apply in more than one column or range. Okay, saya tak nak kira sekali di column E, tak nak kira sekali column G, so I using the comma sign. Okay, di column D, okay, column F dengan column H dan column J. Okay, so yang ni dekat Google Sheet lah. Okay, so dia akan sama juga, dia akan change the color and also have a different box color lah, based on the text color yang dia appear. Okay, so that's example of how you can use a function, easy for you to count more than one column. Example. Okay, anything last before we end our class for today? Semua ada ke? 56. Seorang hilang. Okay, if you don't have any question, okay, macam biasa, if you have any question, you can put in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and don't forget for your quiz 2 tomorrow. Okay, untuk quiz 2 esok sama macam quiz 1. Okay, you have 10 MCQ. Okay, 10 ABC and 10 marks untuk short answer question for chapter 2 only. Okay, chapter software saja. Okay, okay, untuk quiz 2 8% je. So sampai quiz dia ni sepatutnya you have maximum of 20% lah. Okay, but I wish you all the best for your quiz 2. Okay, siapa yang tak perform sangat quiz 1, so you can strive for quiz 2 lah. Okay, so last, any question? So if you don't have any question,
So,
yes.
tadi yang saya cakap D2 sampai D tu kan?
Yes.
Tulis ke se-drag?
Saya tulis.
Tulis? Oh. Saya tulis tapi saya tak dapat.
So maksudnya dia akan start daripada D2 sampai the rest of the column D automatically. So saya scroll ke bawah pun dia akan still selected lagi. So any value automatically dia akan count lah. Tiba-tiba saya letak sini ada 10 ke for example, automatically dia akan count. Sebab ini continuous, saya tak nak alih hari-hari lah. So bila saya add value dekat column ni, dekat row ni, automatically dia akan count saja dekat sini. Okay. So so instead of you fix the start and the end, so saya pun tak tahu bila dia akan end. So saya letak D saja. So dia akan start daripada D2 and end dia still D2 dan ke bawah. So dia akan continuous lah, as you can see here. Okay, yang ni pun sama. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, tak ada question Okay, I think that's all from me. Okay, thank you for joining.